fellow Amazonians, dear countrymen, despite the hike in targeted summary execution of our innocent people by Paul Biya's killer squads, I still believe we are now at the twilight of our political daybreak, emptying the combined worth and wealth of a lifetime fortune into the country of our collective dream.
A place we can surely call home.
At last, my people, the wind of total liberation is sweeping through Amazonia, our priceless inheritance.
The land of our forebears.
A place we can surely call home.
A few years ago, a vicious dictator declared war on our sovereign nation of Amazonia. It is a war we did not seek nor provoke, but are determined to muster every strength we can harness and continue sending the message to our enemy that we have risen to call home.
We have paid dues for everything. We pay tax for goods we buy. We pay fuel in our cars. We pay hospital bills and the dues for all other sacrifices.
I can give all I have for the one hope that I have.
Because I hate my CID. I'm a proudly Amazonian.
Let's get it straight. The freedom of Amazonia will not depend on the free will of our enemies.
Independence will be but days away if we get it right with our CID.
My dear comrades, I am appealing to every Amazonian to register with the CID program.
We have no control over our distorted history, but with our CID, we can set the pace and determine the future of Amazonia.
Yes, the hope for the future is in our hands. As an Amazonian, my identity is conclusive. My right is guaranteed. My vote will always count as I pay my CID.
As an Amazonian, I will shape the future with my CID.
With your CID of just $10 per month, the interim government is contract to fulfill all that you wish to be done.
Let us build the freedom mentioned from the little blood, which is our CID levy.
There will be food for everyone, hope for every child, justice for every citizen when we pay our CID levy.
Yes, the dream we can realize. With my compulsory independence dues, CID, I have the opportunity to give to the next generation a greater nation, better than we inherited.
Yes, CID program is free to make easy, free to make cheap, freedom for Amazonia now.
Nyamoka woga fema, evo mokunde Mozambique of the Lord, Yesoma. Was a Mozambique of the Lord, Yesoma. They didn't go to a war. Awolo Yesu, Yesu no wala ushuma wabiza. Didn't to a war. Awolo Yesu, Yesu no wala ushuma wabiza. Yemamale. Shuma,
Bye. Hello and welcome to ABC Amber TV, coming to you as usual from the great state of Texas, precisely here in Houston, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining the broadcast today from all over the globe, starting from ground zero to ground one, to Asia, to USA, to everywhere across the globe where you have Amazonians. Is a privilege to come to you today with this broadcast. So please, for those of you joining by way of Facebook, go ahead, hit that share button. As usual, I come to you with very, very exciting struggle updates. Very exciting struggle updates, ladies and gentlemen. So please go ahead and hit that share button. So much to talk about today. As you hit the share button, we are going to talk about, I have an alert, a security alert that I will be bringing to you, and this concerns the Amazonia Restoration Forces on ground zero. So if you are out there and you are an Amazonian fighter, this security alert that I bring forth today is directed at all of you on ground zero. Also, we have the draft coming up. Mezam was last weekend. We have Menchum coming up, ladies and gentlemen, this weekend. Then we also have the Indian attacks of Sunday and Monday, two double attacks in Indian Sunday and Monday. We're going to be delving into that. The chairman of Indian will be here to give us some much more insight into what happened in Indian for the past 3 days. We also will be talking about a certain donation from a certain La Republique du Cameroon, or maybe I should call it Anglophone parliamentarian donation to the courts in La Republique du Cameroon. So, ladies and gentlemen, these are the subjects we're going to be looking at today, and of course, I will also bring you a very, very interesting talking point, revealing talking points about this University of Akonolinga annexed thing from Boya. So please stay tuned. I will be back with you in a very, very short moment, if not a second. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, please go ahead and hit again that share button. Hit that share button as I bring to you this piece of information for the day. All right, let me see who is joining by way of social media. Facebook precisely. I see Amber Toka dancing here. Wonderful. All right, thank you, sir. There is also Sammy White. Great and blessed people of Ambazonia. We are indeed blessed, Sammy White. Prayers, amen. That is somebody's name. So he's watching from the UK. Somebody, ladies and gentlemen, I need glasses to read now. I'm getting old. All right. Utak. Welcome, Manco Man. More grease, sir. Thank you, sir. I see Gina, Fongo, Florence, Kuchu, and 2 others are watching with you. Ben Che. I see you. I hear your prayers. I see also Larry Cooper. Where has Larry Cooper been? It's been a while. I didn't see you here. All right. Welcome back, sir. Achu Bua Damien is watching. Atem Million. Wow. Thank you, sir. Good evening. He says. Nzogo Alino. Greetings from Birmingham. He says. Nkengim David watching. Emma Indale. That is my director here at ABC. Watching from where? Watching from Compton. All right. Mike in Congo Kendo. Hi, our able secretary. Greetings from DMV. That is, I think that is the Maryland area. Thank you, sir. I see also Better Wise. I see Ndian Anumbong. All right. I like your name, sir. Anumbong. That is something good. That's what it means, ladies and gentlemen. Vivian Bidu, always here as usual. Always here as usual. Ambazonian Stefan, I am present. Yes, sir. Tina Inusa, God bless Ambazonia. Yes, sir. Seaboy Beko, welcome, sir. God bless you and bless Ambazonia. Thank you, sir. Davy Daniel Tasso, good afternoon, Secretary. Mercy in Joe. Hi, Secretary Chris. You are a great man. Thank you. All right. Achua Bua, that man, I mentioned that. Sheila Imshiku. This name is from where? I can't pronounce it. Sheila Imshipu. Okay. That sounds Russian. That must be from Banso. Banso, they have Russian names and Chinese names. All the Vetzakovs and Berenews and so on. Okay. Billy Bones, freedom is coming soon. Stay focused, Ambazonians. Patrick Imba, great Chris, greetings from the UK. Amber Justice, more grace, sir, he says. Christian Kumbo, I see you. George Musa, watching from Switzerland, greetings, sir. Also, I see Vivian Abidu, I mentioned you. Tifu Titus, Abdu Maikanu. Hello, Secretary Chris. Greetings from Bangam, LGA. You are doing a brilliant job. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I hope you guys remain safe out there, sir. Alexandro South, watching from South Africa. Wow, I'd like to know where you guys are watching from. Thank you. Destiny, new country. Greetings, sir. Our God is great, he says. Eugene Info. I see you. Julius Ayok Tabe. Wonderful. Say, watching from ground zero. I hope you are the Julius I'm thinking about. All right. Thank you, sir. God bless. Sarah Diana, watching from Kennesaw. I don't know where Kennesaw is. Thank you, ma'am. Amber Justice, I mentioned you. Atabon Kennedy, watching. I see Chenwi Fokopsen, watching from Denmark. Laws Pattern. I see our prayer to Bo Herbert. Wonderful. Great. Mac Thomas Metuge watching from Dubai. Gaston Mine, I see you. Sammy Brown, right on. Secretary Chris E. Banks Iroko, I see you. Julius Ng. The liberation struggle is just starting, but our occupier is already tired. How can they be tired with two cubes of sugar, my friend? All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hitting that share button. Go ahead, hit that share button as I come to you with this presentation once more. Again, I'd like to thank all of you for tuning in, especially if you are tuning in by way of ABC Amber Television from Ground Zero and Ground One. It is always a privilege to come to you with updates on our struggle. We start today with a security alert that I will love. I will love every Ambazonian restoration fighter. Every Ambazonian restoration fighter to take note. Please take note of this. This security alert is very, very critical, and every Ambazonian fighter on the ground should take particular note. And if you know any of them, please do us a favor here at the interim government. Pass this information, this security alert, to every Ambazonian restoration fighter on Ground Zero. Now, this is what we have learned. We have learned that La Republique du Cameroon have realized that every time Ambazonian restoration fighters carry out an attack at any of their barracks, be it gendarme or police or military barrack, it follows with a search of the barracks by the restoration forces to take up, confiscate their arms. Again, I take this again. We have learned that La Republique du Cameroon, realizing that after every attack on any barrack, be it a gendarme or police barrack, by the restoration forces, it normally follows with a search of the barrack for arms, for ammunition. So what they have decided to do is to set up Ambazonia restoration forces. They are planting bombs inside the police and gendarme and military barracks. Again, every restoration fighter should listen to me carefully. French Cameroon, what they have decided to do to trap Ambazonia restoration fighters, and if possible kill them, is knowing that each time Ambazonia fighters attack any of their barracks and do away with weapons, La Republique du Cameroon is planting bomb explosives in the barracks. Now they will leave them there. But what will happen is each time that Ambazonian fighters show up in the barrack, they will pretend to be running away from the barrack, leaving the barrack in the hands of the restoration fighters. But they will have a remote detonator. Ladies and gentlemen, they will use a remote detonator to detonate the explosive they left behind. They have wired within their barracks so that it kills the Ambazonia restoration forces who will be in there searching for weapons. I hope this information goes out. This is credible intelligence coming to us again from within the ranks of the Cameroon military. Ambazonian forces should take particular note that this is what La Republique du Cameroon military has set out to do. Once more, they are setting up explosives, remote explosives that they will detonate remotely, ladies and gentlemen. Once they see the Ambazonia forces approaching any barrack, they will escape, they will run away. But when they run away, they will time until they are all, our forces are all inside the barrack, perhaps looking for arms. They will then detonate the that wired explosive they left behind, and it will kill every Ambazonian fighter inside that barrack. So this is very, very important. If for any reason the Ambazonian fighters approach any barrack and find out that all of them have escaped, the first thing you should be looking for is any hidden explosive within each barrack. This is very, very critical. Ambazonian Restoration Forces, take note. You approach any barrack and the French Cameroon forces see you and run away, the first thing you want to do is search that barrack to make sure there are no explosives in there. I don't know how you can do that, but I think the experts who are advising you will tell you how to uncover those devices, those explosives. It is very, very important. Just imagine that there are 10 of you inside that barrack, and they remotely detonate those explosives. You can imagine none of you may be able to come out of that barrack. So please be very, very careful when you approach any barrack. Again, this is security intelligence. Is not something that I can talk about a lot here, but I want to believe that our defense team and the security team will guide you on what to do in this situation. But that is the intelligence. That is the intelligence that I receive from somebody who is within the ranks of the Cameroon army. We can't thank them enough for these leakages that they get to us to save the lives of our fighters and the lives of our people. Ladies and gentlemen, one thing that we can say here is that French Cameroon soldiers are not in the field fighting this war because they love it. Not even their Francophone citizens who are there in Ambazonia. No, they are fighting because they have to. They are compelled to. They don't love it. They don't love it because they know it is unnecessary, it is useless, it is uncalled for, it's not needed. But they have to do it maybe because of the paychecks, because they don't have nothing else to do. Some of them have escaped. Some are in Ghana, some are in the Equatorial Guinea, Benin Republic, Gabon, Democratic Republic of the Congo, some in Ghana, some in Canada, all over the place. Those who have been able to lay down their guns to take off, they are all over the place. So we urge those who are still left, you too can find your way out of that damn country. Save your life, preserve your life for your family. There is just no need, why any of you under the paycheck of La Republique du Cameroon should be out there in Ambazonia trying to sacrifice your life for nothing, for a war that is not necessary. Just imagine how many of you have died at the war front in the hands of Ambazonian restoration fighters. How many of you have died? What is La Republique du Cameroon doing to compensate those families? Nothing. They do not even announce your death. They don't give you a decent burial. They don't even allow anyone to know that your family members have died. There are some of you watching at me now from Yaoundé and Douala, and your brothers have died in this useless war, and you sit there, you have no idea. Because they have been buried in mass graves in the BLM, in Ngoketunjia, in Banso, in Kumbo, in Kambe, in Victoria. You have no idea. What are they fighting for? Ladies and gentlemen, if you are a Francophone listening to me, this war is not worth fighting. Absolutely not. So please, we encourage you, call your people, let them sell their arms to Ambazonians or lay them down, run with their lives. That damn country called La Republique du Cameroon is not worth fighting for. Not at all. Not at all. It's not worth fighting for. They will never compensate your dead ones. They will never pay. They may never even pay their overdue salaries. What are they fighting for? What are you really fighting for? All right. So that is a security alert, ladies and gentlemen, that I thought to bring to you today. Now I move to one more subject before I get into the draft. So I get to my talking points for the day. Before I get there, let me talk about the draft. I like everybody out here on the social media, please hashtag thank you Mezam. Thank you Mezam. Hashtag thank you Mezam. Ladies and gentlemen, there were so many uncertainties going into the draft of last Sunday, talking about Mezam draft. So many wranglings here and there in the local governments in Bali, in Bafut, all over the place. And you would have realized Mezam is the biggest county in Ambazonia with 7 LGAs. 7 LGAs. Going into the draft last Sunday, many people were like, why do we need to draft Mezam? Mezam is not doing much. You know, the tendency is when they mention Mezam, many people are looking at Bamenda City, talking about Mancon in Queen and Bamenda Center and Upstation. But they fail to realize a lot has been going on in Bali, a lot going on around Pinyin area, and a lot was going on in Bafut too, at least for a while. And of course, we also see a lot going on in Tuba. I think it was for this reason that in spite of all the criticism, the lack of action, and so on, Ambazonians and Mezamites in particular turn up, show up in their numbers to draft 325,000 and counting, ladies and gentlemen, over the weekend for Mezam. We want to say to every one of you on behalf of this interim government, thank you for sending that strong message to La Republique du Cameroon. Thank you again for sending that strong message to La Republique du Cameroon that we will continue to draft. We are not giving up paying for this war. Yes, we are not giving up paying for this war, ladies and gentlemen. And we hope that French Cameroon gets this message. These drafts are messages to La Republique du Cameroon. Every time a county drafts, we are sending a message to La Republique du Cameroon. If they think that we were going to give up, if they think we're going to run out of money to prosecute this war, they are mistaken. They are mistaken. We will draft this time, and we will draft today and draft tomorrow and draft next year and draft the year next until our goal has been met. And of course, you know what our goal is. Our goal is a free and independent Ambazonia with our flag flying high at the United Nations Plaza in New York. That is our goal, ladies and gentlemen. And so this weekend coming up, we are moving to Menchum County to draft. I don't know the main features up there, but I got the Menchum chairman here who will be giving us a little details about Menchum. But ladies and gentlemen, the draft this weekend moves to Menchum County. Let's make Menchum great. Again, let's make Menchum Great, ladies and gentlemen. And send more quivers. Send more quivers to Yaoundé. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, having said that, I will now take you to my talking points. My talking points for the day. In my talking points, they have to do with the issue of this Boya Akonolinga annex. We first broke that story here, and the chiefs picked up on it, and a lot has taken place, and I thought to bring the developments to you. Fellow Ambazonians, about 2 weeks ago, we raised the dust on the creation of this University of Boya Annex in Akonolinga, or neighboring La Republique du Cameroon, precisely in Akonolinga. We stated that the project is a subtle maneuver that may ultimately lead to the obliteration of the University of Boya, like in the order of Power Cam, the West Cameroon Bank, the National Produce Marketing Board, CAST Bambili, Umber Technical College, to name just a few. At the time we raised the alarm here, we had no idea that chiefs of the state had previously petitioned the authorities of the university to consider depopulating the main campus in Boya by creating annexed campuses, or call it satellite campuses, in the 6 county headquarters that make up the southern zone. Right after we blew the lid of the plot, we were surprised that a statement was hastily put out by the chiefs, reminding the Vice-Chancellor of the University, Professor Ngomo, of their earlier appeal for these satellite campuses. The chiefs sounded disgruntled. They sounded disrespected and undermined by the fact that the Vice-Chancellor of the University of Boya would not as much as acknowledge their request, but would go on to summon the university's Senate to deliberate on the transfer of the University of Boya to Akonolinga under the guise of an annex. Since the statement of the chiefs, many other developments have taken place to paint a clearer picture of where this Akonolinga thing is headed for. Again, as stated last time, it is headed for the ultimate shutdown of the University of Boya, or at the least, the desecration thereof. Because of the heat that will raise from here, those who attended the said university Senate meeting, of course, to discuss the creation of UB Akonolinga Annex, they have said that they were completely taken aback, when in the hall, the Vice-Chancellor wouldn't take any questions concerning the issue. He tactically took the subject of questioning or discussion away. He said he was just informing them. We note that at same meeting, why the Vice-Chancellor made mention of the expressed desire of the elite of Akonolinga to see a UB annex in their area, he made no mention of a similar request by the chiefs of the Southwest, as they call it. The Vice-Chancellor has since explained that the chiefs made their request to the wrong authorities. The reason why he didn't have to respond to them. At a CRTV interview over the weekend, the Vice Chancellor helped us gather even some more insight, ladies and gentlemen, into the politics that he is playing here. The politics that will ultimately end UB. He was asked what an annexed university is all about, the meaning of it. And he stated, and I quote, "An annex is a duplication of all the teaching programs of the university," end of quote. The VC is correct. What that means, however, is that the UB annex Akonolinga, if not stopped, will be a complete duplication of all that is UB Boya. It means that all the faculties will be duplicated in Akonolinga. The management will be duplicated too. Funding grants will then have to be duplicated also. Now, this is what the Vice Chancellor doesn't want us to know. What the Vice Chancellor sets out to have us believe is that UB Akonolinga Annex is only going to be some inconsequential fish or fishery and agri-research-based faculties. And so, there is really nothing to be worried about in his own imagination. Fellow Ambazonians, there is everything, and I mean everything, to worry about. UB Akonolinga Annex isn't just about some fish and agri-research faculties. It is about the slow but sure depletion of all that is UB to Akonolinga. The Vice Chancellor has made the case himself. He said that the elite of Akonolinga have already donated 161 acres of land for the future University of Boya, Akonolinga. I am not making this up. Go and listen to CRTV Cameroon Calling of last week, I believe. Professor Vice Chancellor Ngomo Horace said, and I quote, "They," referring to the elite, "offered 40 acres. When they, the elite, show up here," it means in Boya, "they pledge another 121 acres, making it 161, he said. And to cap it all, UB is being programmed and will move to Akonolinga in a matter of time. He said. And I quote him again, "An annex is usually under the management of the main campus. In an annex," he continued, "you will have all what the main campus has. But if the hierarchy," listen to me, "but if the hierarchy so desire, if the annex is created at all, then at some time it will be under some kind of autonomous arrangement." Get that? Autonomous arrangement. The Vice Chancellor trying to downplay on the weight and the seriousness of the Akonolinga elite request. Stated on same CRTV program that theirs, and I quote, was just a request to be studied, end of quote. Ladies and gentlemen, the Vice Chancellor says it was just a request that has to be studied. That means a request that has to be possibly debated. That essentially means that lots of time has to be invested into the matter, which is why he had made it an agenda at the Senate meeting for discussion until we raise the alarm. And he turned around and made it a mere announcement. Again, the Vice Chancellor says the elite of Akonolinga merely made a request, but asked that the request will be studied. How does one compare this, ladies and gentlemen, to his response when asked about the request by the Southwest Chiefs? The Vice Chancellor doesn't respond that theirs was a mere request. No, he says rather that the chiefs sent their request to the wrong authorities. That was his response. Elites of Akonolinga, they sent their request to him and the university authorities. And it is not the wrong authority. But when Southwest Chief, they send theirs to the same people, they have sent it to the wrong authorities. Think about this. As for Akonolinga, the Vice Chancellor says they will have to study the request. But the chiefs doesn't merit any studies because they send it to the wrong authorities. Think about that. Now listen to the Vice Chancellor. And here again, I am quoting him. The demand is made to the wrong people, he said. The demand should be made to the authorities who have the powers to create those structures, he says. For now, he continues, the University of Boya decree locate the university in Boya. In Boya, get that. That's the conclusion he has reached. He has essentially turned down the chiefs already. It isn't the same response he gives to the Akonolinga elite. He is telling the chiefs, forget. Just forget about your decentralization. Forget about your request. The University of Boya will remain in Boya. I quote him again. When the Higher Teachers Training College was created in Pumba, he says, it was created by the head of state. By the head of state, end of quote. The question is, why is the Vice Chancellor not telling Akonolinga elite that they should take their request to the head of state? Why? Or why is the Vice Chancellor not telling Akonolinga elite that they took their request to the wrong place and to the wrong authorities? If the HTTC Kumba was created by the head of state, why isn't it good enough, ladies and gentlemen, for the head of state in the same vein to just create a University of Akonolinga? Why does the Vice Chancellor choose to refer to the chiefs to go table their request to the head of state, but says for the elite of Akonolinga, their request is under study? Please listen once more as I quote the Vice Chancellor of the University of Boya. The interviewer on the CRTV posed the question, and I quote, the text creating Boya University calls it an Anglo-Saxon university. What language will be used in Akonolinga? Ladies and gentlemen, the answer from the Vice Chancellor was, listen to him now, and I quote again, nobody has created anything. We took the matter to the Senate, the University Senate, of course. When the elite from Akonolinga came visiting, it coincided with a meeting of deans and directors. We gave them some time to do some presentation on PowerPoint. And so, after listening to them, we continued with our meeting. Having learned from them what they wanted from us, the next step, listen to that, the next step was to inform Senate. Senate is the highest decision-making body in the university regarding academic matters. So the discussion in the Senate was simply informative. Now, that is the Vice Chancellor speaking. I continue. And we had to do that before transferring that request, Akonolinga, to the ministry. Of course, we don't have the authority to create an annex, talk less of a university campus, end of quote. Yes, indeed, they don't have the powers, but they entertained the request and allowed for a PowerPoint presentation from the elites of Akonolinga, and then they are taking it to the Senate. Did the request of the chiefs take a similar procedure or a similar attention? Of course not. Instead, like Pontius Pilate, the Vice Chancellor tried to wash his hands here. He recuses himself and pleads neutrality when he consents the request of the chiefs. The chiefs are told they must start from Yaoundé because the Vice Chancellor doesn't have the authority to do anything. Not at all. Not at all. But for Akonolinga elite, no, not same treatment. The Vice Chancellor will do something. He will indeed lobby and conduct a study and then forward the request to the minister. But for the chiefs again, who are the real stakeholders here, ladies and gentlemen, the Vice Chancellor is the wrong person to talk to. They must start from Yaoundé. What a shame. Ridiculous. Fellow Ambazonians, this issue should touch all of us to the core. Education matters are what led us to where we are today in this war. For 5 years now, our children, our brothers and sisters have not been to school because we detested and protested the desecration of the educational system that La Republique du Cameroon forced upon us all. Over 30,000 of our people have now been killed. How does that not move you to want to do something when you hear this? How can you remain neutral in the face of such clear assimilation and dismantling of our core values and institutions? And lest we forget, this matter isn't about the Southern Zone, as we call it. It is about Ambazonia. Let me assure you, if we do nothing, it will be the turn of Bamenda University tomorrow. It will either be moved to Mbunda or to Bafoussam under the guise of an annex. Current Boya University students and alumni, this is the moment. This is the moment to rise up and save what remains of UB. Ambazonians, we must remain steadfast in this war. What is happening in our face now at UB is indication that if, God forbid, we fail or lose the war, ladies and gentlemen, we fail, they will take back everything they have allowed us to manage. Vice Chancellor Professor Ngomo Horace should be sending a very strong message to the effect that any move signing UB up for Akonolinga, you will pay for it. Southern Cameroonians like Professor Ngomo are the ones who got us here at this war. They sold our institutions and our resources for positions, for money, power, and influence. While we fight to recover all, we must not allow such enablers continue selling us. We must neutralize their plans, and if need be, neutralize them too. And that is my talking point here, ladies and gentlemen. I am joined by Barrister John Frew here, who will give his take on this development coming from the University of Boya. I'm sure that Barrister John did listen to the Cameroon calling over CRO TV over the weekend to have knowledge of what the Vice Chancellor of the University of Boya said over that program. Barrister John, once more, privileged to have you, sir. Good to see you.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you for inviting me once more. I listened to the professor very, very carefully, and he was passing a message. The message now is that University of Boya at Akonolinga has been created. He has just been instructed to carry out a procedure that will look like, okay, we have consulted the University Senate of Boya, okay, we have done a study, okay, now we have sent the file to you, sir. Listen,
yes.
He has not done that for the demand of the chiefs. The university has maybe already been created by their ghost president. I mean the word ghost.
Yes.
Whoever that is. And the chancellor has just been instructed to do a number of things. He was passing a message. Hey, I'm not the one here. The thing has been created already, and I'm just carrying out a procedure. Let the chiefs go to Yaoundé and see whoever is the ghost president. Let him create the university annexes in the counties we have in the southern zone. Chris, you would follow me very carefully. I have read the text creating the universities in Cameroon very carefully. So far there is no annex. Of all the 6 universities that were created, there's no annex.
Correct.
Even in Yaoundé 1 is a university on its own. Yaoundé 2 is a university of its own.
In fact, Barrister John, you make a very critical point. They have 2 universities right there in Yaoundé. You will think that the other one will be an annex. It is not.
It's not. What I'm trying to let you know, Chris, is that these guys are out to destroy University of Boya, and they are moving into Akonolinga without necessarily saying so. I don't know what you. I didn't get him when to the question what language will be spoken in Akonolinga. Maybe they are so interested in the Anglo-Saxon education that they want to speak English in Akonolinga. That's not the point. The point is that why create an annex from Boya when all the 6 universities you have created, there is no annex. There is absolutely no annex. You have University of Yaoundé 1, Yaoundé 2, University of Douala, University of Chang, University of Bamenda, University of Boya, University of Marwa. Have you heard any annex, Chris?
No, there is no.
I read that text very carefully. That Vice Chancellor was passing a message to us that, look, that university has been created and you can make all the noise you want. I have just been asked to carry out a certain procedure and inform my ministry, who is Famindongo. Those are the people behind all these maneuvers. Like I said last time, Chris, I don't know what the interim government is thinking, but I have proposed that we immediately change all the 2 universities that are in Ambazonia to universities of Ambazonia in Boya and University of Ambazonia in Bamenda, and then then we will see how we can manage the other counties. This is a task for the Secretariat of State for Education of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. We have gotten the message.
Yes.
The land on which University of Boya is standing is ours. The buildings that they are standing on, we fought and died for it. and the blood of those who founded that university is still fresh right there. They can take whatever, but I don't look. It will be tactless and with stupidity for Akonolinga to be talking about Boya, University of Boya and Akonolinga. What does that mean? They have seen the resources that Boya is getting from its endowment, because Boya University is one of the top universities in Cameroon, if not the top, because of the Anglo-Saxon system of education.
It is the top. However, Barrister John, it is the top university in Cameroon, no doubt about that. However, when you are talking about the first top 1,000 universities in all of the world, Boya doesn't feature anywhere. No university in that damn country features anywhere. But Boya used to feature in the first 1,000. It used to. Today, it doesn't.
It doesn't. And of course, I am trying to make us know that University of Boya has been receiving grants as a University of Boya. And this system, these people want to divert those grants to Akonolinga. That is their modus operandi.
Well, that is the point.
What do we do? If we have the means and our own modus operandi, that university should now be called University of Ambazonia in Boya and University of Ambazonia in Bamenda. And then we can create other universities of Ambazonia. It will be a chain of state universities.
Well, the problem with that right now is, what does the change of name got to do with the management if we don't have the management under control?
That is the problem. That is the problem. But first things first, if we can send that message to the world that the name is not, we are no longer part of La Republique du Cameroon. The name of that university in Boya is University of Ambazonia in Boya. Start from there. And then we see how we can look for endowment and trustees to raise money to continue Boya. And if we have money, we can do a lot. For now, we should take a political decision about this whole thing. Otherwise, our people are done.
Yeah, I think we should start with adopting the name University of Ambazonia Boya, and University of Ambazonia Bamenda, even if it remains just on paper. We know that we own it, and we know that what La Republique du Cameroon is trying to do is illegal, and that it will only be a matter of time until we get back the institution in the style that it was meant to be. Now you recall that Barrister John, one of the conditions for admission into UB was for you to have at least English at the all levels. Now when they began to force Francophones into the school who could not even speak or write English, that standard has been reduced, taken off. I think they came out with some English exam you have to write, pass it.
English classes. They cancel the O-level English and then replace it with taking English classes.
Right.
You take an English class, maybe in the summer, in September you register, even if you don't know the English.
But even when they don't pass it, they still gain admission. Yeah. And I guess that is one of the reasons why among the best 1,000 universities in the world, Boya doesn't feature, whereas it used to.
It used to. It doesn't feature anymore. And I don't see that vice chancellor who calls himself an Ambazonia. I don't know where he comes from. He is doing the dirty work of the regime. He will pay for it tomorrow. Why can he not at least raise an issue? It is because he wants to remain the vice chancellor of the
Yeah, yeah. It's all about the money, the power, the influence, and you name the rest.
Yes.
But let us go back to the. Yes, go on.
Let him continue. Let him continue with his maneuvers. He will pay greatly for it. That university was born on blood, and he has no right to destroy it. Vice chancellors have come and gone. We have not heard about an annex of Boya anywhere. Why under him? Because I would suspect that others have opposed it. There is no annex of all the 6 universities created by Biya. There is no annex anywhere. Why now create an annex of Boya? Why?
And they are talking about. Think about it. Think about it. They are talking about faculties of fishery and agriculture, and we have. What is Victoria about? What is the seaport about? How about Ndian with the forest? How about the BLM with the forest?
Of course.
Why don't they start from there?
Yeah. If they want to do annexes because of various departments, let them start with the
the resources that are there on the ground.
That are there in what they call Southwest now. I call it the Southern Zone. Let them start with them and let's see. But listen,
that's where they are ripping all the timber, not from Akonolinga.
Yeah, these people are no longer. We are no longer with them. They can make all the noise they want to make. That university is University of Boya, and the University of Ambazonia and Boya. Full stop.
But let's get back to the concerns of the chiefs. What recourse do they have here, Barrister John?
Well, they claim that. I read their communique. What curated me in that communique was because they referred to one and indivisible Cameroon.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about that. I know they are in a position where they cannot.
If they consider it one and indivisible Cameroon,
they are what is called. They are between the rock and the hard place.
Let them go to the ghost. I call it ghost president, and ask for and stop the University of Boya being taken to Akonolinga, and ask for. If they want to create anything, any annexes for University of Boya, they should create it in Libialem. I can say Menji, Kumba, Mondemba, Manfe, Bangem. Let them do that.
Yeah.
Talking about an annex of an Anglo-Saxon university in Boya to serve the Anglo-Saxon community, talking about it going to Akonolinga. Who are the Anglophones community in Boya that need a university? Is there a primary school in Boya and Akonolinga that is Anglo-Saxon? Is there a high school only for Anglo-Saxon? No. These people are mad. They want to take the resources from Boya. They want to destroy Boya, and you will only be hearing Akonolinga, University of Boya at Akonolinga.
All the funding from the Commonwealth will be diverted to the University of Akonolinga. After all, the Commonwealth is there to promote culture, diversity.
The Commonwealth is also their accomplices against us. So they will get all the grants and send to Akonolinga and forget about Boya.
But at the core of this, Barrister John, is the reason for which we are in this war. What should those on ground zero be doing as far as this so-called annexing is concerned?
Look, Chris, we have lost 30,000 of our citizens to the bullets of the Cameroon army, the Republique army. I will not advise our public to go there and be killed, to go to manifest and be killed, because that's the only thing that we have. Apart apart from our restoration forces, the only thing we have, our population has, is demonstrations. But you know, they will open fire on us at any time. So I'm not going to sit here and recommend that they should demonstrate and so on. We of the interim government should take the first political decision, renaming those two universities, University of Ambazonia in Boya, University of Ambazonia in Bamenda. Even if it's only name, it will send a political message and let them be transferring at the University of Ambazonia to Akonolinga. Let me see.
Well, let us hope that everybody on ground zero takes this very, very seriously. Again, it is at the core of the reasons we fight. This started over the desecration of our educational system, and right in the midst of it, it just continues. I think that everybody, whatever anybody on ground zero can do to stop this, it has to be done. It has to be done. Yeah. Let us move to another subject here, Barrister John, and this time I will bring in the chairman of Ndian. Is supposed to be joining. I see that he is not connected. But look at these images. Look at these images coming from Ndian yesterday. I hope that the chairman joins us in this segment. This is where he is supposed to be contributing. What you are watching there on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, that is the work of FM 10 Kobo. FM 10 Kobo. That is what happened in Ndian County yesterday. Now, I'm referring to yesterday being Monday. Now, this is not all. These attacks began on Sunday. We learned that on Sunday, over 15 of La Republique du Cameroon's Boy Scouts were sent to visit Patrick Ekema. I don't know whether they will be coming back. But I don't know whether anybody visits Patrick Ekema and return. But these guys were sent to visit Patrick Ekema. Over 15 of them. Over 15 of them last Sunday and Monday. The images you see on your screen, these are events of yesterday. Now, we are not only raising money. The money is being put to work. And what you see, what you find on your screen is the money being put to work. We understand that many French Cameroon soldiers are now grumbling and they are prepared to revolt against their masters, against the people who send them. Barrister John, let me start with you. I really hope that the chairman joins me because he was supposed to be here to give us some details of what happened here. I hope he does. But Barrister John, let me get to you. What do you make of this? What message do you think La Republique du Cameroon should be getting out of this?
Thank you, Chris. I hope that somebody should be calling the chairman, Kamara, to join us. No, listen, La Republique should know that Ndian is now a graveyard for their forces. They should know that. They should have known that by now. This is what happened on Monday. What happened on Sunday was a bringing down of 15 of them in a truck by 10 Kobo and his boys. And that sends a message. I don't know what they were going to Ndian for. They were going from my sources, they were going to look for the 5 delegates. These people must be sick. Ndian has been taken over by the Ambazonia Restoration Forces, and it will stay like that. It will become a better ground of La Republique forces, just like the BLM had been. They are not getting the message. Chris, you remember that you have given them an advice. The soldiers are young people. We are all Africans. We don't want to continue to kill our young Africans. But if they don't put their guns and run away, they will continue to be killed. Because we are not going to tolerate the presence of an occupational force. We're not going to tolerate the presence of any DO, SDO, or delegate. The time is coming. This is nothing. The time is coming when they will all be running away. So for these young boys, they are innocent people that have been sent to be slaughtered by old politicians sitting and sipping champagne in Yaoundé. All old generals that don't even move from their chairs when they go into the office in Yaoundé. They are there sipping champagne and sending young people like this to be slaughtered. They should know that Ndian now is a burial ground for them. And very soon, all of Ambazonia, I'm not only talking about Ndian and Libialem, you know about Manu, it's a burial ground for them. You know about Kumu, what?
Banso,
Bui,
yes.
Bui, you know about Ngokutunya, you know about parts of Boyo. These people have, these are burial grounds for these young men.
Yes.
Granted that they have killed 30,000 of our people, we are not heartless people to be taking the lives of young people like this. But if they continue to send them, we will protect ourselves. We will take them. We will kill them and collect their arms. And one other thing, Chris, I heard the alert that you gave out.
Right.
I would suggest that when once our boys take down any military barracks or gendarme post, they should make sure that they burn it, even if there are arms in it or whatever explosives have been planted in it. They will all be exploding and burning the whole thing. They should not go in there to be slaughtered by bombs that they have put. But they should continue to harvest when they blow up a truck.
I think yes.
But they should know that the La Republique is now targeting them in their barracks and the gendarme posts with bombs. Once they bring it down, they should burn the whole thing down. Just like Kobo did in
Ndian?
What is that place? In Okude they call Tinong or whatever.
Oh, okay. Yes. Oku, I guess.
Yes, he burned it down. None of our forces was lost. And
right.
Having said that, the 15 that Ndian took out, we lost 2 of our vibrant.
Right, we lost 2 of our fighters. Thank God, Chairman Kamara is back with us. Chairman, if you can just bend your camera a little bit, that would be great.
Very good. That would be great. I would like to hear from our chairman from Ndian, because he knows better than some of us who are just watching from images and reading.
Yes, Chairman Kamara, thank you for joining. And I want to congratulate you and I appreciate you on behalf of every one of us here at the interim government for the wonderful job that you are doing in Ndian with very, very limited financial resources. Please tell us what transpired on Sunday. We understand that last Sunday there was an attack, a confrontation with the Expendables 100 and La Republique Cameroon forces. Over 15 of them visited Patrick Ekema. We don't know when they are returning. Yesterday, Monday, we are seeing the images here on a screen. Let's start with Sunday. Tell us what happened here and let us also know the circumstances, if possible, under which we lost 2 of our own. Mr. Chairman, sir.
Yes, Secretary Chris, thanks for having me. I hope you can hear me clearly.
I can hear you 5 on 5.
Okay, thank you. I'm having some issues. I'm on the road, so I apologize. I've been in and out, in and out. I
Okay.
recognize Barrister Fru. Yes, Barrister Fru is it's a keen observer of what is happening in Ndian, especially. Thank you for your experience and your input and the support for the people of Ndian. And Secretary, please thank you for this giving us this platform, the people's platform, to also contribute to the exploits of the Amazonian Restoration Forces in Ndian. I want to say that the ARFs of Ndian are also joining the ranks of all the hotspots. The ARFs who are creating hotspots all over Amazonia at the moment. They just want to let the people know that they mean business and go here all the way, independence or nothing. As you said, that was Saturday breaking Sunday. The ARFs in Community LGA, precisely the Expendables 100 under FM 10 Kobo, they had a confrontations with the terrorist forces of La Republique. They were headed towards Lipenja Pamo, and they were right there waiting for them. They just want to prove that this is our land and we own it. So there was a head-on confrontation, and at least 15 of them went down. And from the information we got, helicopter had to haul the bodies of these colonial forces out of our land because there was no space in the hospital to accommodate them or in the morgue. So, but unfortunately, we lost 2 of our finest. Yeah, we lost 2 of our finest. So that's exactly what happened that night. It's not the best, but we were there.
Right.
Go ahead, sir.
Now tell us how is Field Marshal 10 Kobo? How is he doing? And the boys, because I know this should be very it should be a very sad situation for them, knowing that they lost some of their best.
Yes, Field Marshal 10 Kobo, he's holding up. It's not easy, The brand of fighters we have now, these guys they are guerrilla fighters. From how they describe themselves, they are hardcore. This young men are hardcore. And when we speak with them, they're saying that these guys feel they are hardcore, which means their heart is in the struggle. You can't buy them for nothing, for no price. Field Marshal 10 Kobo is holding up. It's not easy, having to part with some of his best guys. It's painful. Even amongst our defense, it is heavy. Some of the defense commanders will say, Chairman, this is heavy. We're looking at their faces. We don't want things to be like this. We want to meet them in Boya, in Mondemba. We want to hug them. But again, these young men and women, they've made the ultimate sacrifice for their homeland. So we don't know exactly how we can tell them thank you, for what they're doing. We don't know, but we appreciate. We really do the sacrifices that they are paying, and considering the fact that fighting in Ndian is not easy. This is the heart of the equatorial rainforest. You can just think of how to navigate the forest in itself, and surviving in the forest. These guys, I've said it over and over, they don't operate camps like some other places. So they are now like one with the jungle. I mean, I just can't understand how they do it, but they are the best in what they do. So I think Amazonians need to know what they're doing, especially we all know what happened with the delegates and how demoralized the military is. La Republique has, let me say, like quadrupled the number of their presence in Ndian. The whole place is populated. We heard a few weeks ago that the 31 fell, when one of the Expendables 100 unit collided with them. 31 of them fell, so you can understand that if you release
how many fell? Did you say 31?
31, Chris. 31.
Yes, 31. Yes. 3-1. Yes, 3-1. I mean, and sometimes
when was
this report
that?
comes from
about a month ago.
Like,
okay.
Oh, we lost it.
It appears that we lost Chairman Kamara there. I hope.
Chris.
Yes, Barrister John, go on, please.
It was about a month ago that Major General Kobo and his boys eliminated 31 of them in the creeks.
That's amazing.
Down there they have a network problem. That news doesn't come out as fast as
right.
it's supposed to, because Ndian has a network problem. First of all, they make sure that they don't have too much connection, and secondly, the forest is not easy either. And let me say this: I have said it. Ndian has become a graveyard for La Republique forces. Nobody knows that forest better than the Ndian boys who grew up there. The Ndian boys and girls who grew up there, they know that forest better than anybody. So if La Republique wants to continue to lose their young men, they should continue to go to Ndian and see where we go from there. Like we said, we are not really in the killing of young people from La Republique. But
well, how can you even say that, Barrister John? If they come to kill you and you don't kill them, they will kill you.
No, I'm not saying that we should not kill them, Chris. I'm saying that they should drop their guns and run.
Yes.
Because they will all be buried in that forest in Ndian, in the creeks in Ndian. They should know that by now. And if
was I disconnected?
The Republic continue to send those young men into
yes, Chairman Kamara, thank you for getting back. Barrister John, let's get back to Chairman Kamara here.
Yes.
Why he is connected. Yes, Chairman Kamara, tell me. One thing I admire about Field Marshal Kobo is that you never hear this guy say a word. They go out, they hunt down 31 French Cameroon soldiers. They kill 15 on Sunday. I think about 3 yesterday in these images that we find on the screen. You never hear him in these audios and videos that we see out there from other generals. What makes him so collected, quiet, unlike others?
Well,
is it network issues, as Barrister John said?
I mean, we've heard his voice, of course. We've heard his audios during the draft. He spoke to the people. He appreciated the Amazonian people even before they drafted.
Yes.
And he promised them that, I'm going to surprise you guys. He has started. Even before the draft money gets to him, this guy is already doing stuff. The thing is that Field Marshal Kobo is a unique fighter. I cannot overstate that. It's a fact. And we know the state of Ndian before these guys, regrouped themselves and made a commitment that, we must change things because, the urgency of now is rests on our shoulders. If it's not us, then who? He's gone all the way. He's a strategist. He studies them he does not spend his time, making videos, setting out audios. No, he spends time to study his enemies, and he's effective in doing that. They're looking for him everywhere. They don't know. I mean, how can you look for someone everywhere? Then probably you will find him nowhere. So they've been struggling to do that. Every time they're going out to look for him, he meets them. So that's amazing. That's amazing. That's how good he is. He's the best at what he does. And you see, the beautiful thing is that we love him, and the people of Ndian love about Field Marshal Kobo is that he's reconciling the people to the revolution. He's kind of bringing some kind of sanctity in our fight, in our revolution. The civil society has finally been relieved of both the oppression from the military of La Republique and some of our boys. So those who are doing the rough work, he makes sure that they are nowhere in Ndian. So the people can now go to their farms and come back freely. Yes, I mean, they are saying it. If you check Ndian, I can tell you that you cannot hear anything like kidnapping. You will never hear that somebody is being harassed or you should give 5,000. They don't do that no more. He told me, he said, Chairman, look, I will never ask them money. I don't ask them, sit up to them. See, anybody who gives me anything, I take. But I'm here to fight this fight. So we've said some of these things, we've presented images. They started with nothing. They were working with, flip-flop. This is the kind of sacrifice. Sometimes it is heavy. It is painful. I mean, it is emotional just to see the commitment that they make. Then you don't even know the amount of paycheck you can write for them. There's just no amount.
Right.
But this guy, they are the best.
Chairman, thank you very much. Please. Go on, please. Go on, finish your talk.
Yes, I'm saying that they say that it takes a tree, to grow a forest. From what they're doing, we can now see the image you're projecting. This is happening somewhere around Manja in Mundimba.
Okay, these images we are looking at here, that was yesterday.
Yes, that was yesterday. So there is some kind of a reawakening. A revival. These guys are now from where they are. Hope is restored. They understand that now that if they work, their work can be seen. There is a leadership for them to serve their people the right way. So they are now coming out from wherever they were. And now you can see now that they are stretching out. We are believing that by the end of this year, we'll record at least 300 to 500 of them. And it's a clear message we are sending to the Republic that, listen,
your Prime Minister must be on a very hot seat now in Yaoundé with the inability to stop 10 Kobo, Field Marshal 10 Kobo, I guess, right?
I mean, it's difficult for you to stop someone you don't see. Field Marshal 10 Kobo will tell you, I operate like a spirit. If you talk to the local population, they will tell you that we don't know where he is. When the 6 delegates were arrested, they went and were beating the villagers, breaking into houses, stealing from the people. The people in Bekora, the people in Lipenja, and even Bongongo, where the Prime Minister comes from. They were beating people from these areas, harassing them that they should produce 10 Kobo. Okay, how do you produce someone you don't even know where he is? I mean, if you are the experts and you have all the sophisticated technology, you can find him. How do you expect the farmer to find this guy? How do you expect? So how can you beat someone? You don't even know where he is. You may not know he's right beside you. Put it on your sleeve.
All right. Well, Mr. Chairman, again, thank you very much. Thank you for the work that you guys are doing out there in Ndian. Our prayers go to FM 10 Kobo and all his expendables. We pray for them. We hope that they remain safe, they remain protected, secured, and they persevere until we ride this through the end. I will really continue to appeal to every Ambazonian out there. Please let us support this great general, great field marshal out there in Ndian. I think it will help. It will help. So, Mr. Chairman, thank you for joining me, sir.
Thank you, Chris. Can I just say this before I leave?
Yes, please.
Thank you so much. I want to appeal to my Ndianite families out there all over Amazonia. Please join us. Join us on this platform. Join us at the interim government. Join the county. Our brothers and our sisters on the ground, they've proven that they are there and they are fighting for us. So join us. And for those of you out there who have not drafted, please join the county. Draft us. Those who pledged for Ndian, please redeem your pledges. We need your pledges now. Thank you. We need your support. Thank you. Thank you, Secretary.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. God bless. Drive safe, and we will talk again.
Yes, sir.
All right. Before I bring in Bishop Commando, who doubles as the chairman for Menchum County. One more thing, and Barrister John, I'd like you to have a look at this. And Bishop Commando, you will also weigh in on this. I'd like you guys, please watch this. Watch this.
In a press briefing with journalists in Bamenda, July 18, 2021, whose press conference was intended to communicate with regards to the rejection of his symbolic donation of furniture with over 3.5 million to the judicial family of the Northwest, the furniture's 100 chairs and tables to the Courts of Appeal, High Court, Court of First Instance, Military Tribunal, and the Administrative Courts donation, which was to be handed over April 2021, have not yet been received by the Ministry of Justice on grounds that they are not necessary. Questioned the senator if the gift was rejected based on his political lines, said,
"One is tempted to think so, but then I would not want to think so wholly, because there are other aspects, there are other issues, there are other sectors whereby I have intervened as an SDF senator, and it has never, the issue of me being even a senator of the SDF party has never arisen."
The donation to enable lawyers sit comfortably in the course of discharging their functions before the law courts and defending the Cameroonian population involved in litigation to serve as ministers at the Temple of Justice, the senator said rejecting a gift from an elected official sees it a setback to the ongoing decentralization system.
To imagine that it has been rejected at the level of Yaoundé, by the minister in charge of justice, goes to show the limitations of our decentralization policy. We have said we are moving towards effective decentralization, but we've discovered that a local need or local needs that have been identified by a local elected official has not been accepted just by a simple statement of it is not necessary.
Senator Barrister Kemendi Henry has, however, promised to transform the rejected offer to the courts to take care of other needs of his community.
Disappointment may be a blessing to other people. I was having difficulties trying to supply the water, which costing have been given me to the tune of about 5 million, and I have not been able to make it up. So when I will liquidate otherwise, I will liquidate this property otherwise, it will enable me to realize that other project we are giving for a borehole to my quarter for the public to enjoy.
All right, Barrister John and Bishop Ivo and those of you out there watching right now. I hope you heard that. In the midst of war, and in the midst of war, with thousands, hundreds of thousands of refugees, and with hundreds of thousands of internally displaced, a parliamentarian, one who calls himself an opposition parliamentarian in that case, is making donations to the courts. To the courts, ladies and gentlemen. He cannot boast of any donations to the refugees. In fact, he has never visited any. As a parliamentarian, he has free passage to those refugee lands in Nigeria. He has not visited any. He hasn't sent them a bar of soap. He hasn't visited the internally displaced, over a million of them. Talk less about the burnt settlements. But this parliamentarian has the guts. You know what he does? He buys benches and chairs to donate to the courts in Bamenda. Barrister John, I don't know what to call this, but please, I'd like you to weigh in here. You are a lawyer. Tell us what this gift is all about.
Chris, thank you very much. This is Barrister Kemende is my colleague. I had known him over the years for frank talking. Are you getting me, Chris?
Yes, sir. 5 on 5.
Yes, I have known him for over the years for frank talking, but I am sorry to announce to Ambazonian that he has rejected the Ambazonian cause, because I cannot believe a lawyer who is a freedom fighter. He knows that we have refugees in Nigeria who are suffering, who are dying of hunger. He saw those images when our refugees were hanging themselves because of hunger. And he will go and buy chairs, spend money buying chairs to give to La Republique courts that don't render any justice to our people. All they do is take our people and put them in dungeons.
Those are the chairs.
Those are
the honorable parliamentarian is donating to the court.
He will go and donate them to the courts. That is tactless. That is stupidity. I don't know. Barrister Kemende comes from, I think, Gokutunja. What is his intention? His intention is to please the powers that be in Yaoundé. His intention is to please the judiciary, that is the Minister of Justice, Laura Eso and others, so that they should know that he, as a lawyer and parliamentarian, he has given chairs to the courts of his area of jurisdiction. He is not even elected from Bamenda, for heaven's sake. He's elected from Gokutunja under the SDF. We do not recognize parliamentarians from Ambazonia sitting in Yaoundé. Talk less of him coming to Bamenda and having the guts to go and, I don't know where he got all those chairs, to come and line them in court.
They don't even look like new chairs, correct? Those chairs, they don't look new. They look like used chairs.
I hate to say this about my colleague that I used to like very much. I don't know, money can corrupt seriously. Kemende has become somebody else. It's not the Kemende I used to know. Look at him, giving chairs. When
who are those chairs? Who's liquidated from somewhere?
Okay, when the restoration forces in his county, Ngokutunja, they need help. When the refugees in Nigeria are dying of hunger, he will go and spend money to buy chairs. Maybe it's money that they have given him in Yaoundé on what they used to call I don't know what they call it, stipends that they give to parliamentarians.
Right, of course. You think that money is from his pocket, if he bought them?
Why can he not take some of that money and feed our people to show that he has love for Ambazonians. What does he intend to gain in the northern zone where Ambazonia controls almost 90% of our people? What does he intend to gain by giving shares to La Republique du Cameroon?
But Mr. John, forget about what he intends to gain. Think about the humiliation. They refused to take the donation, the gift. How humiliating can that be?
On top of that, they humiliate him because they know that he's an Ambazonian. They humiliate him. And he doesn't even consider himself an Ambazonian that can be humiliated. I have been to the High Court in Bamenda. I've been to the Court of Appeal in Bamenda. And there are no good seats for anybody to sit. But we do what we have to do the cases so that our people can be liberated. Kemende, instead of taking the small money and buying and going down to a cock, crossing and getting to a comb to give to our people to eat.
Right.
What does he do? What does he do? He cleans chairs and drives them as High Court Bamenda. I mean, he's not even from Bamenda. Let him go and give it to the High Court in Dub.
And he calls for a press conference after the gift is rejected. He calls a press conference. These people have no shame at all.
He should be ashamed of himself, really.
Let me bring in Bishop Commando, who is also doubling as chair for the great Menchum. Bishop Commando, do me a favor, centralize your image on camera, please. You are seated too much to your... There you go. All right. It's a pleasure having you back, sir. I will start with this subject we are discussing with Barrister John, with Senator in court. I don't recognize them as senators. Henry Kamende, supplying gifts to the Bamenda High Court instead of thinking of the suffering refugees and the internally displaced. What is your take on that, sir?
Thank you very much, Secretary Chris, and my learned, you are my learned friend. I am your educated colleague, Barrister John. So your educated colleague is here. You are a learned friend. I am an educated colleague for you. All right. Thank you very much for your input in that subject matter. I would like to just state here, Secretary Chris, that some human beings whom I will say they are educated illiterates are really demonstrating their stupidity and foolishness in the public without even having an iota of shame in what they are doing. You know, when they say the forces of nature, some call it karma, when it's working and turning on you, the disgrace is powerful and is very high. And people who have dined with the devil in La Republique and now know no shame, he can still be smiling when a situation like that could send him weeping and blushing, he can still stand and talk. It's unfortunate that we have such people in this generation. In the generation I was growing up with or in, as my learned colleague, learned colleague has just said, Barrister, don't mind me when I say learned colleague.
No,
just
go on. Yeah, you are right. Go on.
Just call me educated colleague. Yeah. So when I was growing up, I saw that conscience was one of the pivots that was driving honest men in the society. But I think that the initiation that these fellows get from La Republique actually make them to lose their minds and to have the heart of animals. In fact, animals that are carnivorous do not even eat their own kind. And so you find somebody who calls himself an Ambazonian, and some of his relatives, and if not only relatives, people who speak the same language with him, they are lavishing and dying in the bushes. But he will have the guts to go and use money. Of course, that's stolen money. It's just like his uncle, Atanganji, who built a whole cathedral and people are entering into that place to go and pray. I don't know which God they are going to pray and where he got the money. You know, I don't know which God they are praying. If it's this same God that I'm worshiping, then I'm sorry. There must be a devil behind the God that they are worshiping in that place, where a demon incarnate will actually bring out money and give to build a cathedral. That's the same thing Kamende is doing, whether you call him Komende or whatever. That's the same thing he's doing. Most of them who are Ambazonians that have lost their minds and that are, let me try to bring them up, intellectual, dishonest people, behave the way that he's behaving. That's all of them. And what is the rationale behind that? The rationale behind that is that they have been taken into a spiritual pot where they have been cooked and then turned around to look at fellow human beings who are suffering as animals, and look at the animals and treating them to treat their own people animals to be some people high up there. And this goes to conclude and to confirm what is written in the Holy Bible. There is a time when men shall call evil good and good evil. There is a time when men shall call bitter sweet and sweet bitter. There is a time when men shall call darkness light and light darkness. And that is done. It's really the time now upon a lot of Ambazonians who do not seem to see this slavery that La Republique has kept them inside, and they are still licking their boots up till now. How can you, if nobody talks sense into you, Kemende, a barrister, a learned man like you, then your so-called superior will reject something right from Yaoundé, which means that we have been telling you people that the so-called decentralization is a window dressing, and you are seeing it happening right in your eyes. Why don't you resign if you are really a man? Why don't you resign if your conscience is you are really reasoning? Why don't you resign honorably and then get out of the place? Now, only those who have clean hands, like you said, you cannot come to equity with dirty hands. Only those who have clean hands can do what we are saying here. But people like them, whom I have said that, number one, it is the initiation into a spiritual house that has confused them and make them completely dumb in the sight of their own people. That's what is happening with this man. And I think that this rejection should teach him a lesson, and others who are still following the footsteps of being with La Republique, not recognizing them. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
May I add something?
Yes, Barrister John.
Yes. Commander should be ready for another rejection from Ambazonians of his so-called boreholes. The people have their water to drink. Let him take the stolen money to wherever he got it from. He will be rejected everywhere. He has already shown to us that he is not an Ambazonian. He is a citizen of La Republique du Cameroon. That is the message he's trying to pass here. May God help him.
And I hope that, I really hope that any other business, company, institution reject those cheers from him. Let him keep it as a reminder of exactly the enabler that he has been in the course of this struggle.
That's correct.
That's all right. Bishop Commando, let's get to Wum, sir. Wum is the headquarters of Menchum County. I remember traveling through Wum in the 90s. I think early 90s, am I right? No, late, very early 90s, yes. Going to Nigeria and no road to Wum. Wum is just one of those counties that is not accessible. And that is the reason why, again, we are at war with La Republique du Cameroon. It is the turn of Menchum to draft this weekend, and you are the chairman. What are your expectations, sir? How is the motivation out there?
Yeah, just a point of adjustment. I am the vice chair. The chairman is not opportunity here with us, so I'm sitting in for the chairman of Menchum County. Yes, as you did mention, Menchum County has been one of the bread baskets of the whole Ambazonia before La Republique came in to usurp and then use a coup to take over our land. And when they took over our land, the first thing that they started destroying was our bread basket, our infrastructures, to make sure that we are subjugated. So to make sure that we are subjugated to the point that we can now be slaves and be forced to obey. You know, when you are self-sufficient or when you measure up, you can never be intimidated because you know and you have what you have. But La Republique has discovered one of the tactics that when he subjugate people and take away that which can give them livelihood, he can now break them down. But I want to say that with the advent of what is happening now in the whole of Ambazonia, Minchum County is not left behind. The road infrastructure is just the tip of the iceberg of the pain and the suffering that the Minchum person has had and is having in this present time in which we are living. But the liberation movement has come to make a difference, and that is why we in Minchum, we are here to draft. And I'm here to tell the Minchum people, please, wherever you are and you are listening to me, this is a time for our freedom. Freedom for Minchum is freedom. I mean, freedom for Ambazonia is freedom for Minchum. And freedom for Minchum is freedom for Ambazonia. Now, I want to tell you, Secretary Chris, I'm not alone here. I think we have one of our Minchum chairperson, Honorable Peter Kobo, is right in the house, and I'm sure you will go over to him. But let me just say this. We are ready.
He's not actually in. He's not actually in. I don't see him. Okay, he is here. Go on, go on.
Yeah. So let me just say this. We are ready, and we want to plead with everybody who is an Ambazonian. Please come in and see that you team up with us. We in the house, we are ready. We're taken by surprise, but then the surprise is no surprise because we were getting ready for our day. And as soldiers, when I talk of soldiers, I mean people who are ready, people who know that they are in a conflict, and people who know that they are being treated unjustly. They are ready at every moment, and so we are ready. And as we are ready, I want to reserve. I will be coming back to give you a little bit of details of how we are ready. But for now, I just want to say thank you. Go over to Peter.
All right, Comrade Peter, it's a pleasure to have you, sir. I hope you can hear me. Tell me how prepared Minchum is at this moment for the draft.
Thank you so much, Secretary Chris. It's my pleasure for me to be here again. Thank you so much for your good work. We are where we are because people like you, the president, and some devoted Ambazonian have decided to sacrifice all what they have, all what they have, and what they can do to make sure that we get to Boya. Well, right now I can tell you that Minchum, we are very much ready to draft on Saturday, and so we are calling on all Minchum elements, Minchum, all the Ambazonians, all the Minchumites. We call on them to come and see that we get out of the bondage that we have been in 60 years. Minchum is the only county I can say that for 60 years, La Republique knows that they have been giving us false promises. The Minchum Fall dam will be built, this, that, and all the only thing they do in Minchum is that they come in there and bring the divide and rule policy. They bring in various villages, make sure that they fight everyday wars, and so that the administrators over there can be benefiting from a lot of things that are there. Can you imagine, Secretary Chris, that one time in the state council made it as a point of duty that every time that you are convocated, you have to pay 35 to 50,000 francs just to attend your convocation. And you know, those people, those peasant farmers, they don't have anything. And whenever you see them, you just see hungry. And when they come up there, for fear of intimidation, for fear that they will be locked up. The state council will say, okay, if you know you don't have this money, can you just make an agreement that you come and pay? Either you make an agreement that you come and pay, take an engagement that you come and pay the money, or what they will tell you that you can pay in kind. Bring chicken, goats, all kinds of things, you come and pay. So you see how the way they are maltreating these people in Menchum. The last time that I visited in Womb, an Okada man had an issue with a soldier. A soldier just came. He's the one who even started the fight and took a knife and pierced this Okada man. And when the population got up to fight to bring the man to justice, the military came in. The population was angry. They went over there and even burned down the military barrack that was there. And what happened is that till today, those guys that were arrested, they are still in Kondengi. They were taken to Yaoundé. Then the war has not even started. And they were not even granted bail till today. They have been transferred to Yaoundé. And our people have always been those courageous people who can always fight. Our people are down there. And we believe that when we have the resources, as this draft is coming up, we are going to chase out the enemy. We did it before. When this war started, it's not that we ran out of resources. That's why you see Menchum is so quiet. And we were also trying to reconstitute and see how we can bring the enemy to book. Before, there were no administrator in Menchum Valley, in other places. Everybody, the commander, the brigade, and everybody ran away. And today, we are making another appeal to all the Amazonians of goodwill that don't forget Menchum is a border with many other counties, and it's a gateway to Akwaya. And so for us, we have to stop these people that are passing through Menchum to go down and kill our brothers from Akwaya. So we invite the people of Menchum. Draft is not only Menchum. It's a draft for Manu. It's a draft for Meza. It's a draft for Boyo. Because those are the counties that are surrounding us. We want to plead with you, all the Amazonians. Don't be shy. Look at the gift that they rejected, Secretary Chris. People who still believe that we have one on indivisible Cameroon. It's a fat lie. La Republique does not like you. They will never love you. Don't stop deceiving yourself. Because there's nothing you can do that these people will consider you. They know that every Southern Cameroonian is an enemy, no matter how you pretend. And a traitor is never considered on the side of the enemy. The enemy will only look at you as a traitor. When you betray your people, the enemy will think that, will always believe that you come and betray him too.
Right.
There will be no conflict. So don't worry yourself. Stop giving gifts, pretending to be a good man. La Republique will never know that. They will never know that. They don't even have that agenda of somebody helping his community. They want us to be the way we are. So that they will keep reaping, taking our resources away, and then we'll see. Don't forget, Menchum, I'm assuring you, Menchum we have petroleum reserve, we have everything that, I can say the only thing that Menchum does not have is the sea. Let me assure you that. The studies that we have, that they did it for a long time, is that Menchum has a higher reserve of gold, we have a higher reserve of petroleum, we have other things, and we will not allow the enemy to come and exploit it, because they came right in Mudele and put a research center there when they discover all those things. And now they are building military camps all over the place. We don't need to accept that, because what they are doing now, soon they will bring in the Chinese to come and exploit those resources. Those are the things we'll never allow. Our people are ready to fight to the last man standing. What they need is your support. And that is why we are making this appeal. Come to the rescue of Menchum. Help us. We are ready to defend the Menchum and liberate our people from Menchum.
Comrade, tell me, Menchum, they have some refugees too in Nigeria, am I correct?
Yes, we have a lot of refugees, especially in the Taraba area.
You're right.
Those villages that were burned around Upper Menchum and Menchum Valley, everybody, those people they ran away, they have a community of Menchum Mind in Nigeria, which we always send support to them, some of them, and we believe that when this draft comes in, those are the things that we believe that will be able to help those refugees. Those are some people that were earmarked by the Republique government that they will never go back until this war is ended. And we believe that when we draft right now, there are little resources that we are going to make from here. We will be able to help those refugees and make sure that we empower them down there to do something. We have a lot of refugees.
Any idea how many in number they are?
Well, the last time that I asked for a list, I believe that our HHS representative down there, he has a list. I cannot really tell the number, but I know we have a lot of them, settlement all over the place, especially in Taraba State. We have a lot of them over there. I don't really have the number right now.
Okay. All right, comrade, before I open the phone lines, I see that the Bishop Commando is still there. Let me ask both of you before I open the phone lines. I will open the phone lines for all of us on this show. One of the things that you will hear out there against Menchum is that not much fighting is taking place in Menchum. What would you say to motivate those who have this belief and who may say, oh, I don't need to waste time to draft for Menchum? How would you encourage them, motivate them to come out to draft for Menchum?
All right. Let me take this question, sir. First and foremost, I want to say that when the struggle started, don't forget, we have one of our Menchum sons. They were the one who constituted the Tigers. And when this issue of county by county came in, some of these people, since they were benefiting from the people, they never wanted the issue of county by county. And so they started bringing issues in Menchum. But what we are looking forward now is that we actually, when we tried to reconstitute, some fighting went on for some time, and then it had to stop because of financial difficulties. Our people, our fighters, they had to disperse and so on. And so we came back now and we are trying to reconstitute and bring them back together and empower them to see that they pick up from where they started. Most of them ran out of because they didn't have anything to defend themselves. And some people were in Menchum that were managing Menchum that they were not Menchumite. And so they collected a lot of funds for my trip to Boya, like Bongam and some other people. They took money in the name of Menchum and they never gave back to the community. They used that money and ate the money, and so there were no fighting that was going on in Menchum. But right now, what I want to say is that our people are ready. We have constituted most of our people, our fighters down there. We believe that this time around, they are ready, because don't forget the last draft, we were able to make some move, but we didn't accomplish anything from that, and because of one reason or the other, we were not able to finish our reconstitution, because we started reconstituting from LGA to LGAs and tried to build up from ground, because when we started building Menchum from up at the level of the county, going down. So that gave us a lot of difficulties. And right now we are picked up from the grassroots. We are building from the LGA up to make sure that it's fully considered and stable. So right now we believe that what we have been able to put on the ground will yield fruits. We just need the support of the people. We're going to have a very, very, very good show with the enemy this time around.
All right.
Chris, just to add
Bishop,
to
go
what,
on.
Yeah, just to add what Honorable Peter has just said, I think an average Ambazonian, especially those in Menchum, they know the peril we came out from. I would like to say here that this year, the Minchum County is like they are just beginning, because we had, just like the Honorable Peter has mentioned, we had a lot of fraudsters last year, and you can find individuals catering away with everything that the Minchum people were giving in support to take out this enemy who has kept us in slavery. And unfortunately, we had a little confidence in such an individual because, number one, he was vocal, he was charismatic, and he was so deceptive that everybody believed that, oh, this guy can deliver the goods. And so we did not constitute as we are now constituted. You know, the English adage says that once bitten, twice shy. So we are now very, very constituted and working in scenery to make sure that every dime that comes in goes into the hands of the people that are in need. Our refugees, our displaced people, prisoners, like he just mentioned, because La Republique has used Minchum County as their shithole place where they can just come in and do what they are doing. They are colonial, I don't want to call them DOs, I call them demon officers, demons. You know, they are colonial demons, because only demons can maltreat people and handle them very terribly, even though they are doing their task and they work for them, but they still handle them with hot hands. If you see them, the way they talk in that their oppressive language, you know, when they come in to talk in that oppressive language, the Minchumite is a bona fide Ambazonian. And Ambazonians are known for their peaceful coexistence. They are known for their calmness. They are known for their fraternity. They are known for their, you know, they are just very hospitable. But then when these fellows came in and tried to get some of us, like the child that he mentioned, and a good number of other people, the Frank and the other ones that misbehaved, they gave a picture, a very picture, and that went ahead, disturbed our boys who were capturing the land. In fact, Minchum was setting an example for the Ambazonian people, because all their colonial offices were already on the run. It's just that their embassies were not destroyed immediately, but the colonial demons were already on the run from Minchum. And so we are assuring every Minchumite, especially, and we are assuring the people of Ambazonia that this is the time, as we draft for Minchum, we are assuring you, you will hear story. Minchum County is going to be one of the first counties to host the flag in the public building in that place. This is not just sweet talk or bold-faced talk, because Secretary Chris, I want to let you know that in Minchum, we are handling this fight both spiritually and physically. The spiritual aspect of what we are doing for Minchum is what is going to tantalize and brutalize the Republic of demons. I don't want to call their names, those demons, because since they are using their powers spiritually, we have gotten higher powers. You know, there are men that started the God issue in our county, in Minchum. And if you look around the whole of Ambazonia and into La Republique Cameroon, most of the pastors, a number of them came from that county. You know, they came from that county. And so we are using that God-given spiritual powers to fight them in the spirit. And we are also coming up now in the physical to make sure that they are dealt with. Now, I just want to, before you cross over, Secretary Chris, I just want to say a word in the country talk to tell my people in my country talk. Then there is a country talk I sent to you, Secretary Chris. If you can get it ready, please. Immediately I finish, you can bring up that one, and then Chairman Peter will also say something in the country talk before we continue. It will just take me about a minute or two. until no kula chibinda and some people Friday Saturday September 4th I need to wear other punjets so I'm not to pay cating saying go chong up in Jin that assassin I don't do for on the canna and jeeping and chum to pay igas I fuba fatike coachum for the that's the plates in that it might be chuma so on the canna. Okay, over to you now. Chairman.
Is it Bishop, is this event on Sunday or Saturday?
So Saturday the 4th.
Okay, because we had Sunday, I hope our audience get that information. Is Saturday, not Sunday. Come repeat that, please.
Thank you, Secretary Chris. Thank you, Pastor Commando. You know, in Menchum Valley, we have a lot of villages with different languages, and my village is just one of them. So I would like to make my closing remark maybe in Pidgin, that everybody will be very comfortable. I want to beg all man, we listen to me, say this for Menchum. With the draft for Saturday, the draft for do or die. More no look back, more look forward. Our brothers in Menchum Valley where they did for everywhere. Now a shame. Say would they try for fight for defend our people, for secure our land, and they would not show up. I beg when I say this one, now two will go do am. No mind the back rise. Where they can give una or they can give una something. That people they don't like una. Just see how they born una villages them. Just see how they kill una family, una relatives. Me, I don't lost 5 brothers. They not be the fight war. They not even been an activist. Now people they for village, they killed them. So una say una know which way they happen. With the back una say una come. What are you then of outside? We're there for Saturday for draft. We'll get a forum from Menchum Valley where they call every son and daughter of Menchum Valley, of Menchum, will make sure say may be that day. With only a few of us, I want to give one big hand of applause for my DC Jackson, where they do very, very good work right now. We're there for ground, with the show say after the draft, when I go here we. With the back when I say one account support we for this day. All Menchum Valley picking the way they did everywhere. No shame, come up. Because all we don't be now, refugees will not go back now until war will end. Me, I don't even care. Ambassador are not free, I know they go. Yes. And so at the back when I say one come. When I no shame when I come. For Benakuma, for Batomo, for Okomanjang, for Modele, for Befang. We call all sons and daughters for Beba. Say, for Saturday, when I can support Menchum Valley. When I come with the weight, say, if I want to make things a change, more rich boya. We get very wonderful president, Dr. Sako, when he push him. When I say, I say, Chris, you know, the sleep. When I help us, may we help. We then have a help when have a ground. We then have a help our relative for ground. We don't then have a fight for people. When some politicians about diaspora day, but what you want to fight now for people they were there for ground. Say me what generation there for tomorrow. They don't can suffer, they suffer, we don't suffer. Me, I don't can like 4 companies for Cameroon, they deny. They tell me, say, go, make a bring that thing they can't install for Yaoundé. Make a come bring them for Yaoundé before they'll give me agreement. Or I put them for Douala. If not be so, may the partners they go. Because they not go give me paper for the company them for start. Now so we will continue.
All right.
Una come. Tomorrow, Saturday, when I get all time, draft, you know, the end until the end of year. But would the please say, if we do the draft now, before we enter next year, January, when I go hear something, I beg una come. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Comrade Peter. Thank you, Mr. Chair, Reverend Ivo, I hope that all Ambazonians show up as in the other 9 or 10 counties that have drafted to support Menchum as they have done in every county. All right. Thank you for showing up, sir. I will let you go. I will stay with Barrister John to go ahead to take some phone calls. Ladies and gentlemen, before you call, make sure that your TV volume is shut down before you call. Again, make sure that your TV set, the volumes are shut down before you call, because we don't want the feedback coming from your background. So you have the number right there on your screen. Let me get to the first caller. Hello, sir.
Hello, good afternoon, Secretary.
Good afternoon, UN.
Yes, okay. Throw a salute for Barrister Fu Johnson and all people. I'll be very happy for the program today, especially the segment where you reveal how that senator go give cheers for La Republique and for their courts they deny. The only thing we want to talk now, see, that senators they know they do it for the interest of the people. They want to find their own personal interest. Because he decide for give water they make 65% for person in body. He decide for forgo water, for go give children for magistrate them. Then after now he say he want to sell the children for go build water. According to the Maslow scale of preference, you need food first, you need water first. Man can live without a chair, but you cannot live without water. So now I think that the job there in line with the same thing with Fundi, they can't play politics, say they go give job for refugee. But La Republique 89 say me no go jam. Then instead for you to take the job, go for inside quarter, go jam for the disabled people where they need the job. He talks to the job be rotting for your house now because we want to finance something. So I will just end this one by calling on all Amazonia people and say me they come for the mention draft, we will draft. Say we get for the draft all counties them. We know we get for the put counties them first, like say we talk the resources the way they promote for day. We are drafting to send La Republique out from our land. Irrespective of any country, all countries they equal. So whether resource they did it or not, we want me the back out of with territory first. Thank you plenty.
All right, thank you, sir. Thanks for the call. Let's get to the next caller. I hope that the senator hears your advice. And I hope he takes it too. Let's get again to the next caller here. Hello.
Hello, Sir Chris. I'd like to make a comment about the show today.
Thank you, sir. May I know where you are calling in from, please?
Calling from Philadelphia.
Okay. What is your contribution, sir?
Yeah, I just wanted to blow the trumpet for Menchum a little bit. I think Menchum County is one of the most maltreated counties in Amazonia from the fact that they've been deceived more than any other, maybe in addition to Victoria, of course. But they've been deceived a lot with the development of the Menchum Falls. That has been promised time and time again, and nothing has ever been done simply because it is located in Amazonia. And let's not forget Lake Nyos. Lake Nyos, we were told it was a natural catastrophe, but we don't know if that was really the case. Menchum has been treated so badly. And talking about Menchum Falls, let's just imagine there's one thing in Menchum which, if Amazonia were free today, can completely transform the economy of Menchum, and that is the Menchum Falls. The production of electricity from the Menchum Falls can completely transform the economy of Menchum and have us supply not just Amazonia but supply neighboring countries with the electricity that can be generated from there. So we are talking about a huge economic potential that Menchum is sitting on, but which is going to waste just because La Republique du Cameroon will not develop it because it is based in Amazonia. Just imagine that.
Right, you just heard from the last speaker saying that he has tried on quite a number of occasions to create businesses on the ground, but he is being told you either do it in Yaoundé, Douala, or never. And that's what they have done for the years to underdevelop Amazonia. Because they tell you, if you don't want to do business in Yaoundé.
You can say that all over the place. And we're talking about a case here where we don't have to have any more power outages because we have enough electricity flowing from the Menchum Falls. We don't have to have all these power outages here and there. This is a huge benefit for us that it will not just benefit Menchum alone, it will benefit the whole of Amazonia. So that is the whole reason why everybody should come out and support Menchum.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. They have no interest in developing Menchum Falls because, I mean, if they shut down power cam, why should they go developing Menchum Falls? That is their logic. All right. Let's get to the next caller here. Hello.
Hello?
Hello, sir. I can hear you. Where are you calling from, please?
I'm calling from Mizam County.
Okay, thank you for the call. What is your contribution, sir?
My contribution is just so disturbing because formerly they were taking Foncha and Mona with very, very dull set of people. But I've discovered now... Hello?
I can hear you. Go on.
Yeah, but we have discovered now that Foncha and Mona were very intelligent. Because you get a set of intelligent people in this country, like professors, doctors, all this and that, and yet you could still be drilled more than Foncha and Mona. It begins to surprise me. I look like the occultic device has been injected into the brains of intellectuals, especially the elites of this country who call themselves intellectual doctors and professors. I wonder what they reason before they do something. It is very cheap to drill them than Foncha and Mona. I don't know. How do you call yourself a professor and someone who is not up to your own level is drilling you and just begin to accept anything that I tell him, like this issue of Boya? What is the qualification of the rector of that University of Boya? Her intelligence alone would have made her to know that she's not supposed to do so. Look at how many of us died for the creation of Boya. And look at them. Intellectuals, far, far intelligent than Foncha and Mona, and they are being treated like that. I think that these occultic devices that have been put in their brain have destroyed them. And the only way, just like you see a man like a lawyer, I mean a barrister like this one, look at what he was doing. And to be very frank, I think this is what you people are doing, the draft people should draft. And they get out this occultic device that have been planted into the brains of this our elites who are in Yaoundé and Douala. Look at one of them. Let me just tell you one of the things that I even advise one of them here sometimes. The professor Ngwafo, sometimes I told him, I said, no, it is better you would have made the people to know, create a hospital and resign from that particular place, come and work and take care of the people, than being a whole professor dancing behind small children from Enama controlling you. What do you really reason? What is wrong with the English-speaking Cameroonian? I am here talking. My level of education is not up to anything. Secretary Chris, to be very honest, I'm telling you. I am only using my IQ and my critical mind. But people with doctors, professors, just comment, small boy from Vietnam, just rapping the... It's a big shame, eh? It's a big shame. The thing that I know of them, we start calling them, will be a disgrace to them. I think if that University of Boya goes to Akonolinga, that rector, that lady should be held responsible. It's not a matter of leaving her because we don't have intellectuals and then they keep on selling our things. That's a big shame. Why did you calling yourself a professor and a doctor? There's one fellow from Vietnam, they keep on rapping you and come and talk. Look at all the things that happen in the country. They have been the people at least telling the head of state that if we do this, they started by multipartyism and bilingualism and multiculturalism, it will solve the problem. It failed. They said, let's do this construction. It failed. Let's do regional, this kind of center, or regional chiefs, or regional whatever, or everything that is suggest, it failed.
Everything has failed. Everything has failed. Thank you for the call. Let's see if we can get to other callers.
Mona was very intelligent. If these particular fellows were to within the time of Foncha and Mona, they would have long signed the union treaty. It's a shame to them, eh?
Right.
I don't know.
I mean, to the credit of Foncha and Mona, they didn't sign the union treaty. Thank you, thank you. All right. Barrister John, you want to say something there before we move on to the next call? Oh, I think you are muted. Yes, go on, please.
If the union treaty was not signed, it was because of Dr. Foncha and Dr. Ndele, EMN Ndele. Mona was there betraying us. He was there waiting for Ahijo to bring him so that he can betray the cause. Mona, who says that Mona? Mona is the worst thing that ever happened to us. I hope the caller hears me.
Yes, Barrister John, go on, please.
I said I hope the caller hears that it was Dr. Foncha and Dr. EMN Ndele that made it not possible for them to sign a union treaty. It has nothing to do with Mona. Mona has been a traitor throughout his life. He died a traitor. Finish, Palava.
Okay. All right. Let's get to the next caller here. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yes, so we can get you. Where are you calling from, please?
I'm calling from Douala.
Okay, and what is your contribution?
Yeah, thank you, Secretary Chris. I really want to thank you for the great job you people are doing. And I just wish in the show of today you could have talked about the arrest of the priest in Manfi. Yeah, because I know that cannot be done by forces paying allegiance to the IG. So I was thinking that you could have bring on board the commander in charge of Manu so that he should come and really help denounce the arrest of the priest that happened.
Thank you for that reminder. In fact, I thought of doing so, but when you don't have the credible people to talk about, it is difficult to really say something with authority. However, as you've stated, yes. However, as you've stated, we would like the Catholic priests, not just in Manu, in Manfe, but in all of Cameroon, to know that Ambazonia Restoration Forces, they do not abduct priests. They do not abduct priests. And if they arrest, as they did with Cardinal Toomey, they put out information out there, and we will step out to talk about it, as I did with Cardinal Toomey. But in the case with Manfe, no. Anybody abducting anyone on ground zero and asking for a ransom does not fight for Ambazonia. Short and simple. So please, will we ask the Catholic authorities and La Republique du Cameroon security, whom they are loyal to, do anything to anybody who abducts and asks for ransom. That's what I can say. Thank you. All right. Barrister John, anything to say there?
Yes, for the adoption of the priest, we all condemn it, especially as they are asking the priest to pay 20 million. Well, I don't know what kind of heartless individuals did that, but touch not the servant of God. And as you rightly say, Chris, we don't adopt priest and ask for ransom. If you hear us take a priest, we have arrested him and we release him. But we never abduct a priest and ask for ransom. Those are rock elements, our Abacho and his so-called whatever. And also, some people put out there by the Tanganji, the voices in the bushes, who are doing all these atrocities to our people. Why would you go to a church and take a priest? For what? So that is all I have to say, Chris.
All right, Barrister John, again, that is a sign when anyone is adopted and ransoms asked for, please, that is the sign that the abductor does not fight for Ambazonia. You have the right to do anything, per chance you lay hands on that abductor. All right. Hello.
Hello, good evening,
Good evening, sir. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Ground Zero.
Precisely where, sir?
Precisely at Dongamantu.
All right, thank you. What is your contribution?
My contribution is that the voices in the bushes are already the voices in the towns.
Okay. The voices in the bushes are already the voices in the towns.
Yes.
How do you know that?
Or are you not seeing what the voices in the bushes are doing in the towns now?
You are very correct. We are seeing it, sir.
Okay, that's my own contribution for the La Republique to know that now the voices in the bushes are already the voices in the towns. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the contribution. Okay.
Yes, that was a good one.
All right. The voices in the bushes are now the voices in the towns. They've got promoted, I guess. All right, let's see if we can get maybe one more caller before we call it a day. Hello.
Hello, good evening, Dr. Chris.
Good evening, sir. May you lower down the volume of your set in the background, please?
Okay, I don't know what I come from Babeda.
Okay.
I listened to some what you did from Langmi. I would think you could talk something about the opening of Babeda Football Road, but I don't hear you talk anything. You don't say when information this school, you wait for year from ABC to confirm. And when you pass information from ABC, many people they hear that.
What did Langmi say?
It talks say from tomorrow when I 1st of September. They don't go meeting with the interim government with the fact that the program they decided to be the open road. That road will be blocked. So the way you can talk something, you don't talk.
If it comes from Langme, you can take it to the bank.
Yeah, but at least when I make sure they say anybody do their own thing, that's the way you get for talk.
Yes, you are right. That's supposed to be communicated. But when it is not communicated and I don't know about it, nothing I can say about it. But if it comes from him, he definitely is correct. They're supposed to communicate it to the top.
Let's correct that.
But hold on, please. Hold on. Barrister John, go first. Hold on. Stay on the phone.
Langmi talked about a very fake communique. Right on.
Hold on, I'm coming to you.
That talks about opening up roads somewhere in Bui and Bokutundia, and that was it was being organized by Masha No Pity. Langmi denounced that as being faulty, as being fake. That no such thing has been said by Masha No Pity. If that's what this caller is talking about, that thing is fake. Don't take it into consideration.
Okay.
No
Good.
road is being opened anywhere.
Okay. Listen, again, I wasn't privy to that information, and I now understand why Langmi may not have communicated to us here. What Barrister John is saying is he listened to what Langmi said, and Langmi said there is a fake communique circulating to the effect that General No PT and the other fighters are opening the roadway that you are referring to. That is a fake release. There is nothing of the such. No roads are being opened. Is that what you heard?
We are at war.
Chris, I hear Langmi voice calling that axis.
No.
You heard what?
You want to forward to the message. You want to forward to the message. Allow me to talk to them. Say road open from tomorrow. Call it after. I never need to play.
All right. Well, again, if it comes from him, know that it is correct. That is assuming that is what he said.
If he be listening, you will make it call confirm.
No.
What is that?
If lock me the listing, you now make it call confirm or any person for security team.
Whatever he said, listen, whatever he said, he is in the military and intelligence community. If he is, whatever he said, take it to the bank. Thank you for the call.
We are worried. We are worried that say important message like that one that came down with for talk about next for the wait for you from ABC.
All right. Hello.
Hello, Secretary Chris. Good evening. This is King speaking from London.
Good evening, sir. Good to hear your voice, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Greetings to Pastor Fru Johnson and the crew for this evening. You guys have done a fantastic job this evening. Yes, I just want to, just a quick one, Secretary Chris, and to the hearing of all Amazonians that are hearing me now. It is true. From the last caller, there was a communique from Comrade Langmi this evening, which stating what that the last caller just said. It is absolutely correct. Right, that is absolutely correct, sir.
Okay.
That's just what I just wanted to add my voice. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Again, some of this information is supposed to be communicated to the top. I'm just not aware of it, and you also understand that sometimes we may never know because it has to do with counties making the decisions. So, again,
that's absolutely correct.
Yeah,
yes,
again.
Absolutely true. Yeah.
All right, again, if it came from Langmi, I know him. I know that he will not put out careless information. If it came from him, he should be correct.
That's correct. Thank you, sir. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you.
Good evening.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, Barrister John, I think we should call it a day here. Let's see if we can use the next 5 minutes for maybe 1 or 2 calls. I see a lot of them coming in from ground zero. Hello, sir.
Yes, good evening, Secretary Chris.
Good evening, sir. May I know where you are calling from, please?
I'm calling from Victoria.
Okay, good to hear from you, sir. What's your contribution?
I just want to talk about what these 2 callers are talking about, that the announcement of Comrade Lamy. No, Comrade Lamy said there is a circulation, just as Barrister So has said. It's not true. They should not say something that someone has not said. So he said that that road has not been opened. There's a communique going out which is fake. They should not misunderstood Comrade Lamy, please.
Okay, what I would do is reach out to him and get him to send out a second statement validating what he has said previously. Make some clarification, because now there are 2 sides to the argument here. I don't know which one is right. Again, I didn't listen to that statement.
Yeah.
Okay, I listened to it. I got it.
Barrister John also listened. I think you are speaking the same language with Barrister John, but the last caller said no. Barrister John is not right. You got it.
No. We got the same language with Barrister John.
Yes. Okay.
Chris, please try to find time any of these days. Call me. There are some issues that I want us to discuss. Please, when you have time, okay?
You call me, sir, and I will pick your call. You know, if I say yes, I assure you I will forget. You call me when you have the time.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Ciao. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Great.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, I will get Comrade Langmi to put out another statement enforcing whatever he said in the previous one. Hello, this is the last caller.
Yes, Secretary Chris.
Hello, sir.
Yes, the information that they are talking about LACME is correct. LACME announced that the road from Bamenda going to Ngokitunja, Bui should be open this night, tomorrow morning.
This time tomorrow morning.
Oh, okay, that's a different community.
12 o'clock this night. 12 o'clock this night, breaking 1st September. The road should be open.
Okay.
Yes, I'm also talking as a defense head. So the information is correct.
Also, you were party to the decision, I guess.
Yes, I know about it.
Okay. So
the audio is out there. The audio is out there.
Well,
okay. So effectively, starting tomorrow, repeat that information again. Which piece of road is that?
From the road Bamenda Ngokitunja going to Bui should be open from 12 o'clock this night, September 1st.
Okay. All right. Good. Good for making that clarification, sir. Thank you.
Oh, yes. That's different now.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. Because flying in. Hello. 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 That's a bad connection there. All right. Let's see who's next here. Hello. Hello.
Oh, good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Please lower the volume of your TV set, please.
Sir.
Evening, I can hear you.
Hello, sir.
I can hear you.
Yes, sir. I am calling from Mezam country.
Okay, thank you. What is your contribution?
Yes, sir. I want to confirm the news from Comrade Lami. Hello, sir.
I can hear you. Go on. Go on, I'm hearing you.
Yes, actually, Comrade Langmi reported. I want to confirm the news from Comrade Langmi.
Yes, go on, I'm hearing you.
Yes.
You want to confirm that what? All right. I guess you are not active there. Hello. Hello.
Yes, hello.
Yes, sir. May I know where you are calling from, please?
I'm calling from Ground Zero, precisely in Mezam.
Mezam, okay. And what is in your mind, sir?
I just want to appreciate you people for what you are doing. In fact, you are doing a great job. I want to thank you so much. I'm so happy when I see you talking. Sometimes if you don't close, I will not go to bed until you close, and I know that we are finished. So I'm very happy. I just want to tell the Republique who are listening that we have gone. They should not be wasting time. We have gone. They are just playing with time. So all their troops, they should drop their weapons and go and save their lives rather than fighting a lose battle. In fact, I'm so very grateful. And there is still this another hello.
Yes, I can hear you. Go on.
Hello. Okay, there is still this another message circulating on social media that a few of our Amazonia in the USA have been arrested for buying arms. I don't know how authentic that information is. If please you can give us maybe some little vibe about it. It will be,
if anybody is arrested, they definitely are not part of the interim government, and I have not much information about that.
Correct.
Okay, that's fine.
All right.
Sometimes when we hear things like this, it disturbs some of us who are really praying for the struggle to go ahead.
All right.
So
thank you
very much.
Thank you for the call. Okay, I can't take any more calls, ladies and gentlemen. Still, they just keep on coming in. Barrister John, please, 2 ground 0 before you go to bed. Before they go to bed, if for you it's still afternoon there.
Yes, thank you very much, Chris. It's 5:34 here. I'm sure it's 6:34 your time. I want to thank you.
No, I'm behind you. You know that.
Okay, then you are 4:34.
Yes.
So I'd like to thank you for another great show. We have been able to lay to rest this question of University of Boya, and the political decisions should be coming from the interim government, because we cannot allow that to happen. Our people have shed their blood to have what we have there in Boya, so we cannot play with it. We must react. We must take a political decision, even if we cannot enforce it now. It will continue. I'm sure that Ambazonians would now be calling it University of Ambazonia in Boya. University of Ambazonia in Bamenda. Thank you.
Just as you have University of Nigeria in Soka, University of Nigeria Ibadan.
Correct.
Yes. All right. Barrister John, thank you. It was a pleasure to have you, sir. We will be back. All right, fellow Ambazonians, that is it. I am really hoping that the authorities in Boya get this message. And I'm hoping that the chiefs, they call themselves Southwest Chiefs, Anglophone Chiefs. I really don't have issues with that for now. I am concerned about the issues. I really want to hope that they will keep on the pressure. We want UB annexed in Kumba, in Ndian, in Lebialam, in Kupe Mwaniguba, in where again, Manu. Every county in the zone, and not in Akonolinga. Not in Akonolinga. And I hope too that the students, current students of the University of Boya, will be vigilant. And the alumni too will stand up and tell the authorities there it can never happen. I will leave you with that. Thank you for being part of the show today. I look forward to being back here possibly either later this week or sometime next week. God bless you all, and good night.
Nyamoka wogafema, evo okunze yami muku.